What's up, everyone? This is the Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Last time, we made it to Pyrite Town, explored a little bit of it, and eventually made our way to the ONBS. In this episode, we're going to head on over to the roof and hopefully see Net. Now, as you'll recall from last episode, I mentioned that this building used to be just an abandoned warehouse that Cypher used to distribute shadow Pokemon. Well, you'll remember that there was a cave here that we could explore, but it's kind of blocked off yet. Now, yeah, ONBS didn't really want people exploring into the caves over to the side of Pyrite, so they kind of just sealed it up. I've been told by Net not to allow anyone through. He's working right now. Huh? You came from the Pokemon HQ lab, but I still can't let you through. I'll get in trouble if I do. He's expecting me? Excuse me? Detro, do we have a visitor? Oh, Net, this person here says he's come calling from the Pokemon HQ lab. Oh yes, I was expecting him. Please show him through. Oh, sure thing, I'll let him through. Now please, Net's waiting for you inside. Thank you. You know, I'm glad that your name doesn't have an S in it, otherwise I'd be very mad at you. Oh well, whatever. Net's expecting us. Well, hello there. Hello, I've been expecting you. You're Michael, right? I'm Net. Pleasure to meet you, Net. And this is Bit. He's my friend and an invaluable partner. Pleased to meet you. The same. We heard from Professor Crane. Sounds like you pulled off a daring rescue. Yes, Bit, but now's not the time to waste chatting. Let's see the data Professor Crane called about. Sure thing. I've deciphered something similar to this before. It brings back memories. Okay, I think it's going to take some time for me to check the contents of this data ROM. Can you wait while I do that? I guess. Hey Net, how's this for an idea? Our news team should be out visiting Duking at one of his Pokespots to file a story about wild Pokemon. Since he's got free time, why not have him go visit Duking as well? Hey, that's good. Good suggestion, Bit. Are you interested in wild Pokemon? It wouldn't hurt to go look, you know. Oh yes, may I have your PDA number? I'll contact you as soon as I find anything out. Yeah, sure. Thank you. I'll try to decipher this as quickly as possible. By the way, Bit, where's our news team? I think they said the Rock Pokespot. I think this Pokespot was the destination. Okay, Michael, go out to the Pokespot and wait for me to call. Who knows, you may see some wild Pokemon. Alright, well you don't ever see wild Pokemon in the Ore region, so that would be an excellent place to go for us to look. But there is one thing I would like to do first. And Spinneret can now be purified while I was on my way to the destination. Ooh, that's a nice Groudon picture. Hey, don't you think it's too tough for us to pull anything in this town? Our faces are too well known. Yeah, I hear you. If we don't hurry, the boss will get impatient and come looking for us himself. We're okay on that score. I went and snuck a transmitter on the boss. You can tell where he is by checking this radar, so we can always be ready for him when he blows his top. I have to hand it to you, Folly. Way to go. Huh? Shortly, looks like we've got email. Yeah, is it from the boss? Let's see. You two come back right now, it says. Oh, gosh darn it all. He sounds like he's fuming. He might dock us dinner again. We better scoot back. Well, so much for this radar. It's not much use if the boss is going to page us by email. Oh man, why do our lives have to be this tragic? Okay, well, it looks like Johnson was right to question those two. Oh well, whatever. Still, there was one thing that I mentioned that we would be doing, and that would be visiting the Colosseum. Now, like I mentioned before, the Colosseum functions pretty much identically for what it did in Colosseum. You basically go in for a 4-trainer challenge. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. But there's also a PC box and a healing station in case you need to heal up your Pokemon. By the way, do you have anything important to say? When Cypher ruled Pyrite, the admin in charge was a man named Mir B. I think the name was. That man is laughably silly, but he was supposed to be a tough battler. Would have liked to take him on. Yeah, very interesting set of Pokemon that guy had. Still, there are a few special rewards you can get. Not only can you win prize money, but you can also win TMs. And those are what I would like to show now. Now, the info is just going to detail what the Colosseum is. Like I said, it's a 4-trainer challenge where you basically fight 4 trainers in succession in a double battle. You win all 4, you win a cash prize, and for the first few times you win, you get TMs as well. So I'll be entering with the Pokemon in my party, and then we can get to battling. I'll show this first battle just so that you see how the battles work here in the Colosseums. But other than that, I'll be skipping them. And apparently the graphics department kind of got screwed in terms of the budget, because that was the most plain title screen I think I've ever seen. I'm the first in line. I'll leave you tingling with shock. And yes, they have the exact same music from Colosseum. Which, honestly, I'm a fan of this battle music. A lot more than from what Gale of Darkness is. Although Gale of Darkness's battle music is pretty good as well. I'm just a much bigger fan of this one. Alright, so this person's going to start off with a Pichu and a Teddiursa. By the way, Colosseums typically have a sort of level that they're designed around. Pyrite Colosseums, which obviously tells you there's going to be more of them. Pyrite Colosseums typically lends towards Pokemon that are level 20. So it's very good at this point in the game. So Klaus, you use Thunder Shock. Koromaru, use Ember on Pichu. Since these are really basic Pokemon, we shouldn't have that much trouble taking care of them. Although I did have reservations about whether or not I'd take care of that Teddiursa. Oh well. We should be able to take care of that Pichu. Especially with the crit. Oh, thank you, Koromaru. Unfortunately, that Pichus don't give that much experience. Oh boy, another Pichu! Fantastic! That's exactly what I wanted to see. Oh well, whatever. I do believe your Pokemon get fully healed between each Colosseum match. In fact, I'm almost certain they do. Similar to how it was in Colosseum. So you don't need to worry about using items unless you're in danger of losing that specific battle. Alright, well down goes Teddiursa. And you gain a lot more experience for that one. And our final Pokemon, Smoochum. Now another thing to note is that you won't find Shadow Pokemon in Colosseum battles. So you don't need to really worry about that. So, in case you're kind of wondering, oh, well, do I need to stock up on Pokeballs? Not really, no. Okay, Klaus. Use Bite on Pichu, Koromaru, Ember on Smoochum. I'm pretty sure Smoochum is part Ice type. So we should be able to take care of her right away. Alright, down goes Pichu. Gain my experience. And Koromaru, take care of that Smoochum. Wait, what? It was super effective, but that barely did anything. Huh? Koromaru, you're disappointing me. What the heck, man? Klaus, use Thunder Shock. Koromaru, Ember again. What the heck was that? How much special defense does this Smoochum have? Seriously, it can... Oh, well, critical hit. But dang, Smoochum has a lot higher special defense than I thought it did. Okay, well that was surprising. But basically that's how the battles work for Colosseums. Now if you'll excuse me, I have 3 more battles to get through. Ooh. Colossus is trying to learn Quick Attack. Do I have anything that I want to get rid of for that? Not really. Thunder Wave is a must. I'd like to keep Sand Attack just to lower my opponent's accuracy. That's always helpful. Since Klaus is already pretty speedy, yeah, I'll give Quick Attack a pass. And after 3 battles of victory, that was very poorly worded, but whatever, we have successfully beat the first challenge. So we get 3,000 Poké Dollars, and we get TM31. Forward to your next challenge. TM31 being Brick Break, which is actually a pretty good move, albeit none of my Pokemon can learn it yet. Okay, so there are 3 more challenges. I believe there are 4 TMs total that you can get through Colosseum challenges. I will go ahead and show all of those off now. You only get the TMs once, and after you've done the 4, then they just cycle. So I'll go ahead and continue to enter these Colosseum matches, and I'll show off just what these TMs are. So allow me to continue with these battles, and I'll show you what TMs you get. For beating the second challenge, we receive once again 3,000 Poké Dollars and TM12. Oh, and also Numel can now be purified. TM12 is Taunt, which is kind of a useless move in my opinion. For defeating the third match, you get 2,800 Poké Dollars, and your TM this time is TM41. TM41 being Torment. Again, a pretty useless move. Koromaru is evolving! Koromaru has evolved into Houndoom! The final battle of the final challenge, Koromaru evolves into Houndoom. That is an awesome way to finish off those challenges. We get $2,800 again, and we get TM05 as our prize. Oh, that's right. Delcatty can now be purified. TM05 being Roar, which is, again, rather useless. So out of all of those, you kind of just want to do it once just to get Brick Break. The rest of these TMs, I wouldn't really recommend. As for my Pokemon status, well, Koromaru reached level 24 and evolved into Houndoom. Klaus managed to get up to level 25. About halfway through, I switched Klaus out for Delcatty just because I don't really want these two to be too over-leveled for this point in the game. But I did want to show off what TMs you got for doing the Pyrite Colosseum challenges. So now that we have that taken care of, and Koromaru has evolved, I say it's time we go and do what Bit told us, and then head on over to that Pokespot. Now that Pokespot is way the crap over to the east, so it's a bit of a ways. But, if it's to see some wild Pokemon, sure, we'll go and check it out. Hello, people. It's time for Pofty's Fast Break Report. We bring you news while it's breaking. Today, we're visiting Duking, the discoverer of Pokespots where wild Pokemon appear. Duking is said to be the driving force behind the booming popularity of wild Pokemon in Pyrite. Duking, so is this the Pokespot that you discovered? Hello, Duking here. Yeah, that's absolutely right. For 15 long and torturous years I toiled, snatching sleep only grudgingly to find this Pokespot. 15 years? Is that true? Yeah, one shouldn't let the details get in the way of the story, isn't that right, Betty? It's Pofty! Alright, let me explain how one goes about attracting wild Pokemon to a Pokespot. Well, seeing as you're here, wouldn't it be better if I got someone to demonstrate? Oh, you there! Yes, you, kid, you'll be perfect. Come over here, mate. Hello. Hi, Mom, I'm on TV! Again! Do you have anything important to say? Oh no, that poor Betty. Her makeup's getting everywhere. Alright, my friend, let me show you how to attract wild Pokemon to a Pokespot. First and above all else, you need these Duking brand Pokesnacks. Here, I'll give you some. And we get 10 Pokesnacks, hooray! Alright, my friend, lay those Pokesnacks on that plate there. Go on now. Wow. Oh, okay, I guess I accidentally tried going down. So basically, Duking, I kind of want to just walk around while I explain this. So basically, there are these Pokespots gathered throughout the Ore region. You gather these Pokesnacks, which you can get from, I believe, the old lady behind Duking's house, or in Duking's house in the cave. You gather those Pokesnacks, and you take them to these Pokespots. And you can play up to 10 Pokesnacks at a Pokespot. The more snacks you leave, the longer wild Pokemon will stay at that spot, and that will allow you more time for you to reach back to the Pokespot and catch the Pokemon there. So, I'm going to go ahead and leave 5 Pokespots, or 5 Pokespots here. 5 Pokesnacks. Very good, mate, that's how you do it. When you've laid out Pokesnacks, leave the area. Eventually a wild Pokemon will come along, just you wait. The more Pokesnacks you lay out, the longer a Pokemon will stay to eat. That's exactly what I said. This is also important. My specially made spot monitor. This, I'm sure you'll agree, is truly something awesome. My goodness, you developed this device yourself? Yeah, one shouldn't let the details get in the way of the story. Isn't that right, Betty? It's Pofty. By the way, Duking, can you tell us what a spot monitor is? I'm glad you asked. My spot monitor is a dandy. I did not know dandy was a verb. It'll let you know what's happening at any Pokespot, wherever you are. Here, my friend, as my thanks for you hearing me out patiently, I'll make a gift of this too. Slot it into your PDA. That's all you need to make it. That's all you need to do to make it work. Hooray! So now we got an upgrade to the PDA. The spot monitor. Alright, now you're set. Now when a wild Pokemon appears at any Pokespot, your spot monitor will respond and alert you. I found 3 Pokespots in all. There's one to the west of this one here. That's right, around there. Use these Pokespots and catch yourself some wild Pokemon. Give it a try, mate. Okay, so basically at each Pokespot you'll encounter 3 different types of Pokemon. And by types, I mean species. Each Pokespot has a normal, a rare, well, a common, an uncommon, and a rare Pokemon that will gather. And you can tell just which one is responding by heading on over to the spot monitor. Now, Duking said that there were 3 Pokespots total. We'll get to where that 3rd one is in just a little bit. However, the spot monitor will show you how many Pokesnacks are at each area, as well as showing where any sort of wild Pokemon is. So that way you're not just bouncing to and from each Pokespot whenever a wild Pokemon appears. For the sake of the Let's Play, I will go ahead and just not put down Pokesnacks. The Pokesnacks and gathering wild Pokemon really detract from the story. Typically you'll be going around, either wandering around a town or stopping Cypher or whatever it is. And then you will just the spot monitor will go off. So then you have to drop everything that you're doing and come running all the way back to try to find a wild Pokemon. It really does just get in the way of the story, and I'm not even utilizing any of the wild Pokemon that you get anyway. I will be doing bios for all the wild Pokemon you get, and I will make it a point to show off all the wild Pokemon that you can get. In fact, there are even some special Pokemon that you can get from duking if you manage to find the rare Pokemon, which duking will tell us a bit more about later. However, since I really don't want to flood the entirety of the screen with bios all in a row, I'll try to do it a bit more sparingly when we get some time in the story. So, with that said, let's head on over to the Oasis Pokespot. See what sort of things are available here. Well, there's nothing here at the moment, except just a Pokespot similar to the other one. Oh, hello, Duking. Oh, it's you! You're that lad who helped us out in that news show. Thanks much, mate. I'm surprised you came out to a place like this. It must mean you're seriously interested in wild Pokemon. Kind of, sort of, just kind of wasting time at this point. That's marvelous. This makes it all worthwhile, my teaching you, I mean. So, you fine, upstanding lad, lover of wild Pokemon, I have some special information that you'll find to be special. Did I say special information? Whatever. But my friend, I also have a favor to ask. That's a fair deal, right? I guess. Yeah, thank you kindly. You see, there are several Pokemon that hardly ever show up at Pokespots. Trapinch, Surskit, and Wooper. I'm having a rotten time of it trying to catch those three. If you were to catch them, I'd gladly trade you for some of my Pokemon, mate. I'm counting on you, mate. I've got to be on my way now. Didn't you say something else? Whoops, mustn't forget. I promised you to give some special information, didn't I? Yes, you did. If you go all the way off to the northeast, there's a Pokespot that's hard to find since it's inside a cave. That's my favorite Pokespot. You've got to go see it. Well, I guess I should be going on my way. Real pleasure chatting with you again, mate. I'll be heading back to Pyrite. Come visit anytime you'd like. Let's meet again, mate. Adios. Alright. Catch you later, Duking. So there is one more Pokespot. There's the Rock Pokespot, the Oasis Pokespot, and the Cave Pokespot. And those three Pokemon that Duking mentioned were the rare Pokemon in each of those spots. Trapinch in the Rock Pokespot, Surskit here at the Oasis, and Wooper at the Cave Pokespot. So if you manage to find those Pokemon there, be sure to nab them, whether you're going to use them or not, because Duking has some kind of interesting Pokemon that you can trade them for. However, venturing off to the Cave Pokespot will be our next task for the next episode. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, we will head on over to the Cave Pokespot and see, maybe if we run into Duking there as well. If not, hopefully all this running around and battling has been enough time for Net to decipher what's on that CD. So hopefully we'll be able to find out the contents of it then as well. So until next time, everyone, take care.